My mum tried to strangle me. I was 7. That morning, I didn't go to school. Grandma Mortimer said that I was poorly and I had to stay at home with her. "You've got a bit of a fever and I don't want you getting any worse. Hopefully, it's nothing serious and it'll be gone by tomorrow. It's probably because you came home soaked yesterday evening from the beach. What was your papa thinking, letting you go in the water?" "Oh, Mortimer, I wish you'd come with us to Chopati. It was so much fun," I said, still riding the wave of the thrills from the evening before. First, Papa took me all around the Maharaja's humongous red palace. He said that no one lives there anymore, but we could still look around outside and in the gardens. We could see an enormous ship going out into the sea. Papa said that it was probably taking food and all kinds of things in the Arabian Sea to Dubai from Porbandar port. Then, just before the huge orange sun was going down, we walked along the beach and he let me run into the sea when the waves were coming, and I had to keep jumping up and down and keep my head above them. It was so much fun, Mortimer. And then Papa bought me some of those delicious peanuts with dry, salty skins and even a stick of mango kulfi ice cream. It was so yummy. "Well, no wonder you're sick this morning." She didn't look very happy with these shenanigans. I wasn't the only one sick. A few years ago, my mummy took a turn for the worse. Until then, we'd been constant companions, doing everything together. But then, she started to do strange things. She stopped taking care of herself, and then she stopped taking care of me. At first, it was small things like eating in a funny way or playing with her food like a child and showering less and less frequently. She would get angry occasionally, then more often, and later seemingly all the time. Eventually, things got so bad that the grown-ups in my family decided that it was best if I came to live with Grandma Mortimer and Auntie Anna. That was just around the time when I started going to the big school. When she got ill, Mummy had to go and live at my granddad's, whom we all called Motabai. It means big brother in Gujarati, but everyone in our family called him that. He lived in a lovely big house just a walk away from our family apartment where Mortimer, Auntie Anna and I now lived. We could see Motabai's house from the upstairs dining room balcony. He said that it was better for Mummy to stay at his rather than where we were, because she could be properly taken care of over there. Papa didn't live with us either. He went to live at Motabai's too, because he had to look after my mum. He still came to Mortimer's for lunch and dinner every day. That way, he could see me every day, but my mummy wasn't really allowed to visit because she was still very sick. I couldn't wait to see Papa to come over to us every night for dinner, because that was when I could tell him like a non-stop waterfall of words all about my day at school and what I'd done with my friends. I went with Papa to see Mummy and Motabai on Sunday afternoons. "Will Mummy be in a good mood today?" I remember asking Papa nervously every time when he was taking me to see them on the back of his bicycle. But I couldn't wait to see her anyway. It was a weekly treat to spend time with Grandad Motabai too. One of my favourite things was to sit next to him on his indoor swing with the padded seat, which hung in the reception lounge. I told him about anything and everything that was on my mind. He listened ever so carefully, every now and then saying, "Is that so?" and smiling or laughing at the things that I said. I would go on and on and on until he would say, "Is that so?" And then I would giggle. That was the little game we always played. Now that I lived with Grandma Mortimer, I loved my time alone with her. It didn't happen often because Auntie Anna would usually be at home with us too, but today she'd gone to college as it was a weekday. Two of Papa's distant cousins, I call them Auntie Ruhi and Auntie Kala, came to stay with us for a few days once a year. Auntie Ruhi, a married woman who lived near the city of Hyderabad, had already arrived last night, but she too had gone out early to see her friend. Mortimer had told me that Auntie Kala would be coming today too from Bangalore, but she would only be arriving later in the evening. This meant that I had Mortimer all to myself, and I intended to make the most of it. After having a breakfast of lightly spiced potatoes with 2 yellow puris, my favorite breads, that Motima had made for us that morning, I followed her around our bright 2-bedroom apartment that was flooded with daylight. Like a baby chick following her mama, I tagged along behind Motima to the bedroom and then to the sitting room and through to the dining room, all the while chirping away, not at all bothered by my fever, trying to engage her in a conversation. With little response from her, I decided to change my tack to please her. I remembered that just a few days ago she had told me, "People love those who work hard and help others." As she went round, first dusting the furniture and then sweeping the shiny beige floor tiles, I asked, "Can I help you, Motima?" She squatted with her bum hovering a tiny bit off the floor, doing what to me looked like a funny walk as she swept with a long, thin, horizontal Savigny broom. It was funny to watch because she waddled like a duck while she was sweeping. To me, the Savigny broom was like a baby bushy tree, only dried up. Though still only morning, the summer day was scorching hot, and Motaba's light blue cotton sari became drenched from perspiration, and tiny beads of moisture rolled down her beautiful soft face. I like to do grown-up things, like sweep the floor with a Savigny, the way Motima did, and walk around in my auntie's big sandals, and stick on colourful bindi dots between my eyebrows, just like the way they did, because it made me feel all grown up and pretty. I could pretend I too was gorgeous like them, or like the Bollywood actresses, Baby Sonia or Zinat Aman, whose Hindi films we often went to see in the new cinema, close to the seaside by the Maharaja's old palace. Motima didn't answer me when I first asked if I could help, so I asked again, "Motima, can I help you?" "Here," she said, handing me a rag, even though she had already dusted. "Go and dust the tables, chairs, and cabinets, and anything else you can reach. But don't climb onto the sofa to reach anything, or you will fall down and hurt yourself." I whisked around the rooms with the duster, and within just a few minutes, I was back to her, twittering away once again. Being in the house with Motima, I felt warm and so cozy. I had no idea of what was coming.